Hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Monday live stream. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick. We're just coming out of the holidays. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We had a bunch of Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Now, a lot of those deals have already come to an end, but one of the most popular deals of the year was Tangem. Their deal officially ends December 9th, which is tomorrow. So I wanted to hop on here, ask any questions that you might have about Tangem or really anything in general, just an AMA. But if you are interested in jumping in on this deal before it ends tomorrow, the link to this deal is down in the description, along with a Tangem wallet user guide if you need help setting up your Tangem wallet, transferring crypto to it, sending crypto from your Tangem wallet. Both of those resources down in the description. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over the deals very quickly on their website and kind of, show you a couple different things, what deal I think is the best and why. And then if you have any questions throughout all this, please feel free to drop them in the chat and I will get to them. But let me just bring this up real quick and show you. So on Tangem's website, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll actually see it's an extra 20% off and you get free Bitcoin. So I've worked with Tangem. They've given anyone who uses my link an additional 10% off. So it's actually 30% off, plus you get free Bitcoin, up to $20 in free Bitcoin, depending on what you get. But let's just go over the deal here. So yeah, just tap the link in the description. And let's see, I need to add my discount code. There we go. Okay. So this is what the deals are with the 30% off. So a 3-card set, it's only $48, actually $49 if you round up. It's usually $69, $70. So you get 3 Tangem cards and you get $10 in free Bitcoin. Now the way the free Bitcoin works is after you submit your order, you're going to receive a separate email from Tangem with instructions on how to claim your Bitcoin. And basically once you get your Tangem wallet and set it up, you'll be able to claim your Bitcoin directly to your Tangem wallet. There's no like KYC involved or anything like that. The cool thing about the 3-card set is you can choose from all these different designs. And my favorite design by far is their newest design, which comes with, so these are the limited edition designs, but the Snowy Sakura, this actually comes with a limited design box as well that matches the cards. But yeah, they all work the same, even like the Caspa one. They just are cool designs. But my other favorite design would be the Stealth one. And this basically comes with 1 branded card and 2 completely blank cards. So if you're looking for a discrete wallet, this would be the one you want to go with. But yeah, super good deal there. Or if you get a 2-card set, you still get $10 in free Bitcoin, and it's only $38 right now. Now, if you're wondering whether you need a 3-card set or a 2-card set, if you look on the website, the 3-card set says that it's safer. The 2-card set says that it's cheaper. Now, what I recommend doing, usually I just go for the 3-card set. But what I always tell people, if you're going to use your Tangem wallet with a seed phrase, because you can use it with or without a seed phrase, if you're going to use it with a seed phrase, you can get away with using a 2-card set because you can just write down as many copies of your seed phrase as you want. And then even if you lose your cards, you would always be able to access your crypto because you have your seed phrase. However, a lot of people like to set up their Tangem wallet as a seedless wallet without a seed phrase. If you're going that route, you definitely should opt for the 3-card pack because you get that additional backup. So basically, if you don't have a seed phrase, your only backups to access your crypto are the cards. So that's why I say just get the extra card so you have an extra backup. But what I believe the best deal currently is the family pack. You get 6 cards and $20 in free Bitcoin. Now, the cool thing about Tangem and about 6 different cards is, so with Tangem, you only need 2 cards to set up 1 wallet, but the app allows you to manage as many Tangem wallets as you want. So even if you had, 10 different Tangem wallets you wanted to manage, you can manage them all in the single Tangem app. They're all secured by their own seed phrase or by their own key. So with a 6-card set, you can, if you want to, set up 3 different Tangem wallets. Each wallet will have 2 cards. So you can basically manage and own 3 different cold wallets for only $98, plus you get that $20 in free Bitcoin. Or Tangem has a maximum of 3 cards per one wallet. So if you just wanted 2 wallets, you could set up 3 cards per wallet and do it that way. So basically, the family pack allows you to set up 2 to 3 wallets, manage them both in the Tangem app. It's really up to you. But I think this is the best deal by far. And the way that this one works is you basically can choose between the original designs for one of your sets, and then you can choose any of the limited edition designs for your other set. So I think by far that's the best deal. Plus you get free shipping with this one because it's over $89. Or there's the Tangem ring. The Tangem ring has, it comes with 2 cards and the ring, and I'm wearing the ring right now. Let me make this a little larger. I've had the ring for about a year. By far the most discreet cold wallet on the market. I mean, there's no like branding or anything on it, right? It's just a normal looking ring. There is a Tangem logo on the inside of the ring, but you really can't see it even unless you know to look for it. So it doesn't say Tangem anywhere on it, but the ring works exactly the same as the cards. So if you like travel or anything, the ring is one of the best options since it is hidden in plain sight. Yeah, it's only $105. Usually it's $160. Again, you get a ring and 2 cards, so it's basically a 3-pack. Plus you get the $10 in free Bitcoin and free shipping. And then if you're looking for like a last minute gift idea, you could still order this and potentially get it by Christmas. Let's see. Shipping to the United States starts December 15th for this. So you might be able to get it in time. But it's the holiday box. It comes with a Tangem tote bag, a Tangem, it's like a Stanley cup kind of, like a thermos. And then it comes with 1 pack of Tangem stealth cards. It's a 3-pack. And then you get a Tangem card holder, which I think I have somewhere. Oh, there it is. So this is what the Tangem card holder looks like. It's actual like Napa leather, and it holds about 8 Tangem cards. So that's what it comes with. Those are the deals. This deal usually only comes around once a year. Their best deal is for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is the continuation of their Black Friday deal. I wouldn't expect anything better for Christmas. They probably will have another deal around Christmas, but I don't think it would be any better than this. But I could be wrong. They've had some pretty good deals throughout the year, but this is by far the best deal that they've had. So yeah, that's those are the current deals for Tangem. And then again, the link to this deal is down in the description. Let me just check something real quick. So yeah, if you have any questions about Tangem or really any wallet, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm open to really answering anything that I might know the answer to. Shout out to Mound. Well, whoever said hi, hello to you as well. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everyone is surviving the extreme volatility that we're seeing in crypto right now. Definitely was not, we haven't seen the bull market that everyone was expecting, which I think is fine. It's just part of the game. But now is the best time to get your crypto secured, because when crypto does take off, the scammers are going to be in full swing. They're going to be after your crypto like they always are. And I think 2026 will probably be one of the highest years for crypto scams, if I had to guess, just because scammers are getting smarter. More people are entering the space. So it always makes me happy when I see people using cold wallets. And a study done in 2023, which I know is an old study, but only it's about 10% of crypto holders use a cold wallet, which is pretty scary because that means the majority of them likely hold it on a crypto exchange, which, as most of you know, you don't actually own your crypto on an exchange. It's not your crypto. That's exactly why they can freeze your funds, block your account. It's happened to me. It's happened to a bunch of our community members here on the channel. Happens every single day. And it can be a huge pain in the butt to get access to your crypto, or even if you're holding your crypto in something like a hot wallet, like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Exodus, Phantom. Those are also not secure because those are hot wallets, meaning the keys to your crypto are stored in the software, which lives on your internet connected device. This is one of the main ways people get hacked. I had someone ask me yesterday, a comment on the channel. They're like, what about keeping my seed phrase in a password manager? And I was like, absolutely not. That's not safe either. Even just because it's encrypted doesn't mean it's safe. If your key is stored online, that's where the risk lies. You can completely eliminate that risk by just using a cold wallet like Tangem. And Tangem is by far the easiest, most user-friendly cold wallet on the market. It's the only wallet that I've seen people buy for their kids. It's the only wallet that I've seen people over 65 use without too many complaints. So I think it is the wallet, especially if you're just getting into crypto or you're just looking for a simple, secure solution. But I'll take a couple questions now. Let's see. Do you still favor Tangem over the Safe 7 that just came out? Well, again, they're completely different wallets. So they're used, for different things and for different types of people. Like Tangem is always going to be the most beginner friendly. I mean, at least right now it is. There's really nothing that compares in terms of like user friendliness of Tangem and when it comes to setup and managing the app. When it comes to security, the Safe 7 and Tangem both are going to secure your crypto fine. So you really need to look at the deal breakers. And if you've seen my most recent video on the channel, which is my favorite cold wallets for 2026, I did my top picks. The two deal breakers you need to always check is coin support. Does a wallet support the cryptocurrencies you want to hold? Tangem supports way more cryptos than Trezor. So that would be something that you want to look at. Obviously, if Trezor doesn't support the coins you hold, then you can't even use that wallet. So that wouldn't be a good wallet for you. Doesn't mean Trezor's a bad wallet. It just means it's not a good wallet for you. And then the next thing would be device compatibility. Tangem is a mobile-only wallet, and it's an NFC wallet. So you need a phone with full NFC capabilities, which is most phones on the market today. Any iPhone or Android phone that isn't like a cheapie that you bought at Walmart or something will probably work with Tangem. Whereas the Trezor Safe 7 is desktop and mobile compatible. It will work with your iOS, Android mobile devices, Mac, Windows, Linux, desktop devices using Bluetooth or a wired connection, the USB-C. And then you look at the device itself. Tangem is just a card. It only has two components, an NFC antenna and a secure element chip. You don't have to charge it. There's no cables. There's no firmware updates. Whereas with the Safe 7, you do have to charge it. It has a battery. You have to do firmware updates, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It really just depends on what you're looking for. So it's really subjective. I still use Tangem more than any wallet because it's the most convenient wallet. So I use it more. It doesn't mean it's my favorite, even though it really is, because I think it is the perfect combination of security and simplicity. But the Safe 7 is one of my top wallets as well, as is the Ledger Flex. So, Prince YOLO says, hello, I have a question. If someone stole your one card and knows your password, they will have access to your assets, right? If they download the Tangem app on another phone? Yeah, of course. That's like the case for anything. If they have your seed phrase, they have access to all your crypto. If someone gets the login credentials into your accounts, they can log in. But I don't know why someone would get your card and also know your access code, because the access code is something that you create yourself. It's a password, and you can make it as robust as you want. You can use numbers, letters, and symbols. So it's virtually impossible to ever hack or guess. So yeah, I don't see why that would be an issue unless you're going around telling people or storing your access code with your Tangem card. Max, good morning, Max. Max said he received the new Tangem Scrilla design cards. It looks amazing. Heck yeah. Yeah, when I saw that they came out with that, I was like, what the heck, man? It's so sweet. For those of you who don't know, Max is talking about the snowy Scrilla, which is perfect for the season because, at least where I'm at, it's getting into, it is winter. So yeah, I'm glad that you like the design because I thought it was the sweetest design out there. Richard says, is it possible to use another device after I set up the cards from another device? Yeah. So you can use your Tangem. Once you set up your Tangem wallet, you can use it on as many phones as you want. And I do it myself. I know this is true because I do it. But it's this simple. It's this simple, Richard. You download the Tangem app on whatever the other phone is. You take any one of your cards, you scan it, And since it's already set up, it's obviously not going to have you go through the setup process. It just asks you to enter your access code. You'll enter your access code for that card, and then you'll scan your card again, and then you're in. Of course, you'll always need the physical card to transact from the wallet. But yeah, if you just want to have like the portfolio on another phone and be able to open up the app and view it, then that's all you have to do. Download the Tangem app, scan one of your cards, enter the access code, scan it again, and you're in. Let's see. Matt says the audio sounds weird. Hopefully it doesn't sound as weird anymore, but sometimes if it does, I can try switching my microphone. So definitely let me know if you can't hear me. Let's see. Hello. Thanks for all the content, of course. Are there any features that you would like to see in your favorite cold wallets, like any you've seen in any other wallets or done? So there are some features that I would like to see. Like if I were to make a cold wallet, ultimately, like the bigger picture, I would like to see the majority of the cold wallet industry, I guess crypto in general, move towards simplicity, because that's how we'll see mass adoption. You know, like right now we're in the dial-up era of crypto, like dial-up internet. It's complex. It's not very fun, enjoyable to use. It's scammy. There's a lot of confusion. So I think the entire industry in general needs to move towards simplicity. I think there's been a few attempts at it, but I think most people are just value extractors. They're not actually trying to make better products. They're just trying to make as much money. That said, that's why I like Tangem so much, because it is so simple. Now let's like bring up Tangem, for example, because I think they are one of the top wallets who are doing it the right way. Like a lot of requests that people have for Tangem is multiple receiving addresses. They don't have that yet. I have confirmed with the team that they do still plan to add that. Of course, until we see it, it's kind of like, it's just a rumor. But I have confirmed directly with the team that they do still plan to add multiple receiving addresses. Another thing I would like to see, which would need some kind of different implementation. I don't know if it's possible. I'm sure it is. But a portfolio tracker built into wallets. The reason cold wallets don't have portfolio trackers right now, and what I mean by a portfolio tracker is you can see your profit and losses, you can see your average buy-in prices, you can see your portfolio history over time. The reason most wallets, or no wallet that I know of, has that is because you have to connect all your like crypto exchange accounts and everything to the software so that it can aggregate all the data and have it in one place, because it needs the full picture of where you got the crypto, any wallet you transferred it to, anytime you bought, sold, swapped crypto. All that data lives on the blockchain, but it doesn't necessarily know the inputs and the outputs unless you tell it. And that's why wallets don't offer that. But if you've ever used like a crypto tax software, that's what it has you do. It's like you connect your crypto exchange accounts, you have to enter all your receiving addresses. And once you do that, it aggregates all that data. It creates this huge list, and that's how it determines your profit and losses and all that stuff. So it would be cool to see that natively in a wallet. And then another thing that I was kind of just like daydreaming about would be some kind of AI like help feature directly in the cold wallet app. And basically it would just be like a help, like just imagine like a kind of like a help bot, but like an actually useful one. Like let's say you're having troubles, like you literally talk to it and say, hey, I'm trying to receive, I'm trying to send XRP from Coinbase to my Tangem wallet, but this is the issue I'm facing. Like, why isn't it working? And then the chat bot in the wallet would tell you, hey, this is likely what's happening. Try doing this. So I think just with AI, which that's not even really AI, it's more like a language model. But even something like that would be really cool to see. Basically like native help inside the wallet. I think that'd be cool. So yeah, those are some of the ideas that I've had and kind of what I would like to see. Nicholas Green says, which one is better, Tangem or Decent? Decent is one of the only wallets I don't recommend. It's a 100% closed source, and I've talked with the team. They do not plan to open source the wallet, which is kind of weird that nothing is open source. Like not a single thing about it's open source, which is kind of sketchy because, if Decent as a company were bad actors or bad people, which I'm not saying they are, you know, they could know your keys, like your seed phrase, and you wouldn't even know it. Like only they would know that. And it's not too unrealistic to, you know, maybe consider that is a possibility, because there have been several dozens, probably hundreds of crypto exchanges that were built by bad actors. From the beginning, they were bad, and they were built to scam the users. Again, I'm not saying that is the case with Decent, but I'm saying it is more likely because it's 100% closed source. Tangem is also closed source, but the app is at least open source, especially the things like generating the keys with the seed phrase, like that is all open source. So we can at least see how the keys are generated. We know that it's not stored in the app or on servers or anything like that, which I think that's like one of the most important parts of the code that, you know, we can view. So yeah, Decent is not what I recommend. Can I use your discount code from Portugal or just the US customers? No, my discount code is available worldwide. Again, the link is in the description. If the link doesn't work for you, then you would just apply Tangem's normal Black Friday deal, and then you just enter the code Scrilla at checkout. Scrilla is the name of the channel, except instead of 2 words, you just put it as 1 word, and that'll get you the deal. But it is available worldwide. Does Tangem have a real picture of each card color? I mean, the website is pretty accurate, I'd say. These are, I know they're not like the realest pictures, but it is very accurate. So this is basically what you're going to get. I mean, I own this card. That's accurate. That's accurate. So yeah, I would say that's about as accurate as you're going to get. Can I use a Tangem app on my iPad? No, iPads don't have NFC, and they don't build the app for tablets. So no, it needs to be used on an iPhone or on an Android phone. I don't know if you have a certain reason you'd want to use it on an iPad, but Tangem is built. It's designed to be securely used on your everyday device. They didn't design it so that you have to buy a phone just to use Tangem. That would be ridiculous. So no, it is designed to be used on your everyday phone. I've been using mine for about over 3 years now on, you know, I've gone through a bunch of different phones by now, mostly iPhones. I think I started with the iPhone 12 mini, and I've used it on several other iPhones since then, as well as an Android phone, a piece of crap Android phone, and I've never had any issues. I've been very dissatisfied with Tangem sending promotional ads on my phone. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I've never seen a promotional ad or like a third-party ad. If you're getting random pop-ups, especially if they have nothing to do with Tangem, that would mean you likely have malware on your phone and is not related to Tangem. If you are getting Tangem-specific updates, that's something you can disable in the app. You opted into that, and you can opt out of that. You should be able to do it in the settings. I can definitely double check real quick. Let's see, app settings. Let's see if there's anything here. Terms of service. I know there's like a notifications. Let's see, device settings. There's a transaction notification. Stay notified on incoming. So yeah, if you go to settings and then you select your wallet in the app, your wallet should be listed. And then if you go, there's a tab at the bottom above the forgot wallet button. It says transaction notifications, and then you can toggle the switch to enable or disable it. If you have that enabled, it tells you stay notified on wallet incoming transactions and Tangem updates. So if you're talking about the Tangem updates that you're getting, you can disable that in the settings. But the fact that it's turned on is because you opted in for that. But if it's something completely unrelated to Tangem, that would point to you having some kind of malware on your phone. Which I'll get to your other comment in a second. how to edit the access code. I want to change it and make it more robust. Do I need to do it on all 3 cards? Yeah, so when you initially set up Tangem, the access code you initially create will be applied to every card. However, if you're changing it after the fact, once you set it up, you'll need to change it for each card. How you do that, you just open up the app, you go to settings, you select your wallet, and then you go to device settings, and then there will be an option to change your access code. You just tap change access code, you enter whatever you want it to be, you scan the card, and then that will change the access code for the card, and you'll need to do that for each card. Billy says, I like the AI help idea for all wallets. Great fantasy. Yeah, and it's not even unrealistic. Like that would be, I think the implementation is fairly easy, but whether it would be, it could be a liability maybe, or I'm sure they would have, disclaimers and things like, but I think it would just be making the AI actually useful and helpful. But I think it could definitely be done. Like, I have no doubts. Dave says, thank you for the video. Absolutely. I'm not sure what video you're referring to, but of course. Dave or Davy says, if someone steals one of my cards, can he steal my wallet? So no, just having the card isn't enough to access your crypto. They would still need your access code to do anything with the card. So if you lost one of your cards, they download the Tangem app, they won't be able to access it because they don't have your access code. Kill Rockstar TV, it's not random pop-ups. It's the Tangem app sends promotional deals through the notification. You can't disable it from the actual notifications. Again, I just told you how to disable that. You go to settings, you select your wallet, then you at the bottom it says transaction notifications. You want to disable that. Once you do that, you won't see those pop-ups anymore. Max is not cold wallet related, but do you have more info regarding Tangem Pay? Signed up and still waiting. I'm in the US. I don't have any more info than what they've already told us. They hosted a live stream recently. There's probably, actually I watched some of that live stream. There wasn't too much info about the release, from what I watched at least. But I think it has already rolled out to some people. I think some people are already using it in the US. That said, it's not available in all the US states. So yeah, it might not be available for you yet. Prince, you're welcome. And again, no news for Tangem Pay, besides what I've already told everyone. With recently they started rolling it out in November. The physical card is not available yet. Make sure your Tangem app is up to date, because it'll first be available in the Tangem app. You have to have a Tangem wallet to use Tangem Pay. I originally thought it was going to be you could use it with any crypto wallet. I guess that wasn't the case. You need a Tangem wallet to use Tangem Pay. Not that they're connected by any means, but I think just to open up the app and use it, you have to set up a wallet, and then you can access Tangem Pay. But again, Tangem Pay has basically two debit cards. One is the virtual Tangem Pay card, the Tangem Visa card. Again, this is the one that you'll be able to access for free directly in the app. You have to go through KYC, obviously, and then once you go through that process, you have instant access to your Tangem Visa card. And again, this is completely separate from your Tangem wallet, but it is its own self-custodial wallet that lives on the app. However, if you're waiting for the cold wallet Tangem Visa card, the physical Visa card, that there will be a fee, obviously, to purchase that card. That is not released yet, I don't think, but I do believe the app portion has started rolling out to certain people. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with us. Much appreciated. Of course, Ducati man, hope you had a good weekend. Appreciate you joining the live stream again. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, definitely drop any questions. It doesn't have to be Tangem related. If you have any questions about cold wallets, crypto security, whatever it may be, I'll do my best to answer it. But if you're just joining, again, the link to the deal, to Tangem's 30% off plus free Bitcoin deal, which ends tomorrow. This is, they have this deal one time a year. Not this deal specifically, but their best deal of the year is always for Black Friday, Cyber Monday week or weeks. and it ends tomorrow. So the link to that deal is in the description. Also, there's a full Tangem wallet user guide in the description if you are new to Tangem and you want to see how to set it up, how to transfer crypto to it from an exchange, and how to transfer crypto from your Tangem wallet back to an exchange if you ever need to do that. Both those resources are in the description. And as far as the deal, again, if you just go to the website on your own, you only get 20% off. My link gets you that additional 10% off for a total of 30% off. Plus, you get free Bitcoin. So again, the deal, you can get a 3-card set. A 3-card set is only $49. A 2-card set, 3-card set is only $49, and you get $10 in free Bitcoin. Again, the way the free Bitcoin works is you'll get a separate email from Tangem after you submit your order, and that will have instructions on how to claim the Bitcoin using your Tangem wallet once you get it and set it up. There's no KYC or anything to claim it. But yeah, that's the deal. The 2-card set is only $38 right now, which makes it the most affordable cold wallet on the entire market. You get 2 cards. You also still get the $10 Bitcoin reward. So you're basically paying $28 for one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best cold wallets on the market. The family pack, though, is probably the best deal, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that. I don't get paid. I don't make more money by suggesting the higher price items. That's not how Tangem's affiliate program works. I get the same commission regardless of if someone buys a 2-card set or, the Tangem ring. It doesn't matter. So I'm not saying this from a place of hoping you buy the more expensive one. I'm just saying what I honestly think is the best deal, depending how you want to use your wallet. But I think the family pack is the best deal if one, you want to diversify your crypto across multiple cold wallets, which is what I do and what I suggest most people do. But with 6 cards, you can set up up to 3 wallets and manage them all in the Tangem app. You don't have to set up 3 wallets. You could set up just 2 wallets. But the way Tangem works is you need a minimum of 2 cards to set up one wallet, and you can't have more than 3 cards per wallet in the app. So with 6 cards, you can either set up 2 3-card wallets or 3 2-card wallets. But again, you can manage them all in the app. They're all secured by their own seed phrase. But really what diversifying your crypto does is it reduces your overall risk, because the number one reason people lose their crypto is user error. That's factually and statistically proven. So really the only way besides, educating yourself to reduce the risk of user error is to spread that risk. That way, if you make a mistake and, one of your wallets is compromised, or something happens, you send all the crypto from that wallet to the wrong address or something, or to a scammer. That way you don't lose all your crypto. So that's why I say diversifying your crypto should just be a part of your operational security. And that's why I think the family pack is one of the best deals. Plus you get $20 in free Bitcoin with the family pack. And you can choose different designs. So you only get 2, you can only choose from 2 designs. One is the original, and then you can choose from any of their limited edition collections. Snowy Sakura, which is this one with the trees on it, is by far my favorite design they've ever put out. Limited edition also comes with the limited edition box. But I think that's the best deal. But if you're just getting your first cold wallet and you just want to get your toes wet, then you could get away with a 2-card set. Again, I only recommend a 2-card set if you're going to use a seed phrase with your wallet. If you're going to set up Tangem without a seed phrase, I would recommend the 3-card set so that you have that extra card as a backup, basically. Or you could go with the Tangem ring, which is one of the only cold wallet wearables on the market. The reason I like the ring is because it comes with 2 cards, and it works exactly the same as the cards, but it's hidden in plain sight, which you could argue the cards are as well. But the ring isn't anything fancy. I have it here on my finger. I mean, it looks like, at least in the US, I've seen tons of people. I know people personally with a ring that looks very similar to this, and it's not a crypto wallet ring. It's just their normal wedding band. And it's durable. It's made out of ceramic. It's hypoallergenic, yada, yada. Waterproof, temperature resistant, resistant to EMPs, resistant to electrostatic discharge, resistant to X-ray machines, and that goes for both the ring and the card. So it is the best wallet for traveling, for active lifestyle. But the Tangem ring, 30% off, so it's only $105. Plus you get the 2 cards, plus you get free shipping, and you get $10 in free Bitcoin. Or the holiday box, which is just like a cool gift idea. I don't think most people probably won't go with this, but it does come with a three pack of Tangem cards. It's the stealth card, so you get 2 unbranded cards and 1 branded card. It comes with a Napa leather card holder. It fits about realistically 8 cards. It says 4 cards. It fits about 8 cards. You get the Tangem thermos, which is like a Stanley cup, and it has like a pop out straw and all that fun stuff. You could just give that to your significant other or something. And then it comes with the Tangem tote bag, which is an okay bag. I got the holiday box. I'm just going to use it for groceries. So yeah, it's like a fun gift idea. But I still think the family pack is the best deal if you're looking to diversify your crypto. Otherwise, just go with the 2 or the 3 card set and get an awesome deal. Let's see. Pearls of Wisdom says, hit like and subscribe in support of all these knowledge nuggets Scrilla freely gives. Thank you, Pearls of Wisdom. Happy to see you on the live stream. Tech 16 official says, just got mine. Nice. Which one did you get, if you want to share? Like, did you get a specific design, or did you just get the 2 card set? I'd be curious to know which one you got. Billy Pham with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. That is very generous of you. Thank you, Billy. My goodness. Really nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you, everyone, for the good questions and hopping on the live stream on this Monday morning, at least where I am, a cold Monday morning. But yeah, if you have any questions, whether it's Tangem, crypto security related, feel free to drop them in the chat. Just kind of here. Again, this deal ends tomorrow, so I wanted to make everyone aware that I would guess, if I had to guess, Tangem will have another sale leading into Christmas, maybe a week before, or again, I honestly don't know. But I would assume that they would have another sale, like a Christmas sale or something. And then they'll probably have a New Year's sale. But again, the best deals that I see are always for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's kind of the expectation from customers. So I think that's where brands really go all out. So I do think this will be the best deal that we've seen all year. I don't think it's going to get any better necessarily. So yeah, if you've been wanting a Tangem wallet or a cold wallet in general, I think right now with this deal is the best. Or if you know someone who's just getting into crypto, whether that's friends or family, Tangem is, again, the most user-friendly wallet on the market, and you should feel like you have a responsibility to teach whoever's just getting into crypto how to store their crypto securely. Like a lot of people who get into crypto, they just hold it on an app like Robinhood, or they just keep it on the crypto exchange like Coinbase. I know a few people like that, which they don't hold it there anymore, but that's like the expectation. Like, oh, you just buy crypto and hold it on Coinbase. No, that's not how it works. I usually don't, like in my personal circle, if someone is new and they're getting into crypto, I'm like, hey, you're not buying your first crypto until you freaking order a cold wallet. Because if you get into crypto, you need to know how to properly store it. I believe a self-custodial cold wallet is the only way you should be storing your crypto. That's just what I live by. That's how I secure my crypto. I don't have any crypto on exchanges. I do have some crypto in hot wallets, but again, it's because I diversify my crypto and I don't keep any serious amount on a hot wallet. It's just for quick trades and stuff. And I do that with the knowing that it's very possible that my hot wallet could be hacked. So it's not like I'm keeping a significant amount on there. I just keep it on there for quick trades. However, the majority, 95% of my crypto lives in various cold wallets. So, yeah, long rant to say, if you know someone who's just getting into crypto or who has been in crypto and they don't have a cold wallet, whether you tell them or not, get them a freaking Tangem wallet. Just get them a 2-pack and teach them how to secure their crypto. Billy says, very welcome. You're amazing and so very helpful to all. Thank you. I appreciate your kind words. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. And I will pay it forward as well to someone else. Thank you. Ducati Man says, my family pack is stuck at the FedEx hub in Belgium for the last 3 days. Interesting, but Ducati Man, that sounds like that's a good place to be stuck, I would say. The worst place for your package to be stuck is in customs because it's kind of up to them when they release it. At least when it's generally, in my experience, when it's at the FedEx hub, depending if Belgium is like your local, your local origin, they're probably just backed up and they're sorting through the packages. So at least they got through the hard part. But yeah, it is frustrating nonetheless. And that's the thing around this time of year. We always see it, like packages start getting held up. Some packages get lost. That's why I'm like, if you're trying to get something for Christmas, order that as soon as possible because, even with like ETAs of packages, you should expect it to take, up to 3 times the amount it would usually take around the holiday seasons. December is extremely busy. I saw a report that said this Black Friday was one of the most amount of money spent online in a recent amount of time. I think it said since COVID. Don't quote me on this, but I think it said something like $11 billion or something, which is absolutely insane. So just imagine the amount of packages going through the mailing system right now. And then you stack that with, I don't know the current unemployment rate, but I know a lot of people, aren't working. So, maybe they're lacking employees plus the increased packages. I mean, it just gets crazy, is my point. So hopefully you get it soon. What's up, 352 Lambo? Hope you're having a good Monday. Jennifer says, I'm waiting for my cars to arrive on the 11th. So you got a few more days. Nice. Yeah, it's exciting. Jennifer, this is your first cold wallet, if I'm not mistaken, right? Prince says, do you do DeFi like involving in concentrated liquidity pools and Uniswap? Thinking of purchasing a ledger for DeFi, but I think Tangem will do good even using a laptop by using Gravy Wallet. Yeah, I definitely do DeFi. I mine crypto. I have provided liquidity. I'm not currently doing that. I swap on dexes. I'm not super into DeFi right now. I mean, it just depends on the season for me. Right now, I'm pretty much just chilling. Just kind of laying back, just watching everything, kind of on the sidelines right now. But there are some opportunities in crypto. But yeah, I'm definitely into DeFi. I've been into DeFi for a while. Yeah, as far as like the better DeFi wallet, I would personally, you can definitely use Tangem. In my experience, Ledger has been more DeFi friendly. Tangem does have Wallet Connect, and I think it works pretty well now. I haven't used Wallet Connect on Tangem for a while, but I know like they really they fixed like the Solana issue they had with connecting through Wallet Connect. So I think Tangem is pretty good now. If you're comfortable using Tangem, I'm sure you can use it just fine. But I personally always used like either a hot wallet or just like a Ledger wallet for DeFi. But like I said, Tangem will probably work as well. Should I be worried if I find scammers on my base blockchain? I don't know what you mean by that. If you could clarify what you mean, I'm not sure what you mean. Jennifer says yes, it's your first cold wallet. Cool. Yeah, well, I hope I hope you do enjoy it. I do believe Tangem is the best for beginners, but I think from the sounds of it, you're on the right track. Which I'm sure you already know. But I'm just excited to see that you got a cold wallet and you're storing your crypto. You're going to secure it. Just a heads up reminder, take it as slowly as you want. What a lot of people do, they'll buy a cold wallet and then they leave it in a box and they never set it up. Just don't be that person. Which I'm not saying you are, Jennifer. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of people on the channel do that. They're like, oh, I've owned my Tangem wallet for 6 months and I've never used it. Like, then why did you buy it, right? My tutorial, which again is linked down in the description, that should be a good guide for you. And then when it comes to transferring your crypto, I think that's where most people fear losing their crypto, which really, again, I started where everyone else starts. I started with, as a beginner, back in 2020, there weren't nearly as many tutorials online as there are now, especially for cold wallets. So I figured all this crap out by myself. And that said, I've never lost crypto because I've sent it to the wrong address or anything like that. Because you really just take it slow. You know, if you are hesitant or have anxiety about sending your crypto, remember, you don't have to send the full amount at once. You could just start with, 10 or 20 bucks. Do the transaction. Once you've sent it there and it arrives in your wallet, you build up a little confidence, you can send the rest. So just a reminder. I'm sure you're going to be fine, and you already know all this, but just a reminder. Wayne says, hey, Scrilla, can I ask whether my 2 Tangem cards can be placed in my steel protecting case without them being affected in any way? Yeah, I don't see why it would be affected. I mean, I don't know what you mean by a steel protecting case, but if it's just a steel case, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Yeah, I think that's a good way to store it. They're RFID protected. Yeah, I mean, by no means do you have to do that, but it's not going to mess them up by any means. Tangem there's no electronic components or like power in it necessarily. It just has the NFC antenna, which is only powered on when you touch it to your phone. So yeah, shouldn't have any issues with that. Will I be able to get the Bitcoin if it takes too long for my family pack to come in? You definitely should be able to. Let me see. I know there was, and maybe you could tell me, but there was a date. Let's see. There was a date that you could claim it by, right? Let me see. I'm just checking my messages right now to see what that date was. You have until January 31st of 2026, so you should be good. I would assume if there were any shipping delays, that Tangem could easily extend that if needed, which I would definitely be, a voice if that happens. And I saw people were receiving their wallets later than that. I don't see that being a reality, but if that does end up happening, I'll gladly voice concerns or whatever to Tangem if that does happen. But yeah, I mean, you have a full almost 2 months to claim that Bitcoin, so you should be good. My Tangem app got hacked through my base account, but they can't steal it. I don't know how your Tangem app would get hacked through your base account. That still doesn't make sense to me. Without giving out any personal information or things that could lead to your crypto being compromised, if you could break down step by step what you mean or what happened, I could maybe better help you, but I still don't understand what you mean. Jennifer's, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got this. It's not as crazy as people think, especially once you do everything a few times. It's pretty easy. Like now for me, sending crypto is like sending an email. Obviously a little, you're still sending money, so there's always that aspect, but in terms of like how quickly I can do it and how comfortable I feel doing it, for me it's like sending an email. So Shane says, hey, Cyrus Gorilla, thanks for all the videos on Tangem. They're really helpful. Intend to get my wallet soon. There's a Virgin Megastore in my city that sells these cards. Can I purchase it there? You definitely can, Shane. The thing about Tangem and really any cold wallet is once you set it up in the Tangem app, it does verify its authenticity automatically. So you'll know for sure, that the wallet is authentic once you buy it. The only thing I'll say about that is you won't get the Black Friday deal, which is going on. It ends tomorrow, so you won't get the 30% off. You also won't get the free Bitcoin. If you don't care about that, then you could just buy it. You could just buy it on at your store if that's what you want to do. Wayne, you're welcome. Ducati Man, December 9th. Yeah, December 9th is just when the Black Friday deal ends, which is tomorrow. That's not when the Bitcoin claiming window ends. Like you said right here, January 31st is when, that's how long for the Bitcoin reward that you get for this deal. You have until January 31st to claim your free Bitcoin. So. Barton says, hey, Scrilla, is Gemini okay to trust depositing money? So many scary stories on Reddit. So a couple things. Reddit is not a place like that I would ever go to get serious information. It's fun to read stuff. Not to say that it's all bullcrap, but Reddit is full of misinformed people. And a lot of people don't tell the full story. So especially on Reddit, everything you read on Reddit should be filtered and taken with a grain of salt. That said, crypto exchanges in general, all of them, not just Gemini, not just Coinbase, all of them are not, you can experience issues on them. That said, Gemini is considered they're a trusted exchange. They are a tier 1 exchange, which means they're one of the most reputable and most used in today's world. So they are up there in the ranks of, Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, they are up there with the best of them. So in terms of like depositing your money to buy crypto, yes, I mean, I don't see an issue with that. You have to do it to buy crypto. Like really the only way to buy crypto is to use some kind of centralized entity, whether that's Gemini, Robinhood, Coinbase. So in general, Gemini is a trusted crypto exchange. That said, crypto exchanges, the way they work is they actually own your crypto. And this is where a lot of the problems come from. Especially when buying crypto for the first time on an exchange, like when you first set up an account, there's going to be a hold on your crypto or on your money. Usually when you buy your crypto, there's going to be anywhere from 3 to, like a 15-day hold, which it sucks, but they do that for anti-money laundering and their whole KYC, know your customer thing. So I would expect that. That's kind of just the reality of using a crypto exchange that's operating under the realms of our government. But I will say, get your crypto off the exchange as soon as possible, because again, you don't actually control or even own the crypto that's on an exchange. But unfortunately, we do have to use centralized exchanges to buy crypto for the most part. So it's just part of the process. But yeah, I mean, you should be fine. Do people experience issues? Yes. Have I experienced issues? Yes. Not on Gemini, but on Coinbase, I've had my crypto locked for like, I think it's like 35 days or something. And this was after I had been a customer for a few years. So things like that happen, and even in worse cases. But if you're just buying your first crypto on Gemini and then you're gonna transfer it to your cold wallet like you should be doing, I wouldn't expect any issues with that. Wayne, one small further question. The legacy address shown along the default address, can it be removed as I never use it, only the default address? You can't remove it because it's basically it's going to always be there. It's just those addresses are derived from your wallet's private key, so it's permanently there. As far as like the app having a feature to remove it, it doesn't. You just kind of have to not use it. So. Does Tangem have to cooperate with the government if the government ever asks for access to the wallet? Can they even gain access because the keys are stored in the cards? No, they can't. The only thing that most cold wallets companies would have to offer the government if they requested something would be customer information, because a lot of companies have to hold like when you order a wallet, right? So like your name, your address, your email address. So that's the only information they have. They don't have any way to give the government access to your actual crypto wallet. They don't have access to your keys. Yeah, that's just not possible. They don't even have your keys because the wallet doesn't even come with keys. You generate the key once you get your wallet and set it up. So no, they don't have access to your crypto. They can't freeze your crypto. Again, because you are the sole key holder, you are in full control of your crypto. That's the cool thing about cold wallets and self-custodial wallets. Does setting up an account without a seed phrase make it resistant to future quantum computing seed phrase hacks? Been reading some things on this. No, that's not even. No, that doesn't really have anything to do with quantum computing hacks. So the risk, yep. So from my understanding, the risk isn't the wallet. The wallet is not what needs to be quantum proofed. There's no quantum proof wallet. The blockchain network itself is what needs to be quantum proof. If the Bitcoin network is compromised, if Ethereum is compromised, if Solana is compromised, it doesn't matter what wallet you hold your crypto in because the entire network is compromised. So these networks are the ones that need to create a post-quantum update, right? And then the wallet companies simply implement that technology. Whether that technology will use a seed phrase or not, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The network and the code that they use, that is what needs to be quantum proofed. Again, the wallets just implement that technology. Having a seed phrase, not having a seed phrase, you still have a master key, which is just the cryptographic version of the seed phrase. You still essentially have one, you just can't see it. So no, it doesn't do anything. Also, quantum computing, I mean, again, if it gets to the point where like it could hack something like Bitcoin or other, secure blockchain networks, we have a lot more issues to worry about. It'll affect every industry, military, the entire financial industry, the stock market. We would have a lot bigger issues, and I don't think it's an immediate threat, which is, or maybe it could be, right, and they're working on it in the background. But a lot of experts, which I don't think there are a ton of quantum computing experts, but a lot of experts say we're still anywhere from 10 to 80 plus years away from quantum computing being able to, compromise cryptographic technology. So Wayne says, great, thanks from rainy Wales, of course. Cool. It's a cool place to be. I found Axome plus more, a different kind. There's scams add to my base blockchain. They not on Tangem app, but when I hit explore, I see them as freezing my base chain on Tangem. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. If you're just talking about random coins showing up on your base account, that's not, your wallet's not compromised. That doesn't do anything. You just wouldn't interact with those coins. Yeah, other than that, I don't know what you're talking about. Someone can't hack your base blockchain. It's not your blockchain. It's the base blockchain. So that's not even possible. So I don't quite understand what. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you're just joining again, Tangem. Let me bring it up a little larger here. Tangem's Black Friday deal, which started a while ago, it ends tomorrow, December 9th. It says 20% off here on the website, but if you use a link in the description, you'll get an additional 10% off, which makes the entire website 30% off. Plus, you get $10 to $20 in free Bitcoin, which is, you could look at that as $10 to $20 off on top of that. Again, that deal ends tomorrow. So you could get a 3-card set for only $49 with $10 in free Bitcoin. You can get a 2-card set for only $38, and you still get the $10 in free Bitcoin. You can also get the family pack, which I believe is the best deal. You're basically getting, you get 6 cards for only $98, and you get $20 in free Bitcoin, and you get free shipping. And with 6 Tangem cards, you can set up to 3 separate cold wallets. So if you want 3 cold wallets to diversify your crypto, you can set up 3 different wallets, 2 cards each, and you can manage all those in your single Tangem app. Or of course, you could gift the extra cards to someone else. Or if you don't want 3 wallets, you could also just set up 2 wallets, 3 cards each, and manage those in the app. But I think this is the best deal by far. Or there's the Tangem ring, which is an actual ring. It's made out of a ceramic. It's the same kind of material they use in the dental industry for, I can't think of the word right now, but for the teeth that aren't real. It's a ceramic material. It's hypoallergenic. It's super hard and durable. And it also comes with 2 cards. So if you travel a lot, or if you just live an active lifestyle and want a secure way to manage your crypto on the go, I think the ring is a really cool option. It's hidden in plain sight. There's no branding on the outside of it or anything like that. So yeah, it's super cool. Only $105 right now. It's usually $160. And then they have the holiday box. If you're looking for a last minute gift idea, it comes with a 3-pack of Tangem stealth cards, a Napa leather card holder, holds about 8 cards, a Tangem bottle. It's like a thermos, kind of like a Stanley cup, and then it comes with the Tangem tote bag. Just a cool gift idea. It's usually $180. It's $126. Plus, you get free shipping on anything over $89, and you get the free Bitcoin still. So yeah, that deal, again, down in the description. It ends tomorrow. And I also left my Tangem wallet user guide down in the description. If you are new to Tangem, or you're just, if you're setting it up for the first time, or you just need like a guide that you want someone to kind of hold your hand, I made that video in real time. So it's me sitting there, setting up the Tangem wallet, explaining, all the little things to look out for. And then once we set it up, I show you how to send crypto from an exchange to your wallet safely, and how to send crypto from your wallet back to the exchange if you ever need to do that. That user guide is also linked in the description. So yeah, everything you need is basically in the description. The deal ends tomorrow. I think it's the best cold wallet Black Friday deal that was really out. Also, Ledger's is really good. Ledger's deal is still going, I think, until around Christmas. I think I think Ledger's Black Friday deal ends like December 29th or something. But yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions about Tangem, like now's the time to ask it. Again, this deal only comes around once a year, and I'm basically like live tech support, which you don't get that with any crypto company. At least not for free. Maybe if you're like a paying member. But I am here to answer your questions. That's what I'm here for. So, feel free to ask whatever you want to ask, and I'll do my best to answer. Do you ever need to cash out Bitcoin for business expenses, or is your YouTube enough for expenses? I don't really have many expenses as a business. I mean, media channels, I mean, you definitely could have a lot of expenses, but I don't really have any expenses. So yeah, I do take profit on crypto. I'll say that. Like if I'm up, then yeah, I think taking profit's never a bad idea. Now, what you do with that profit is kind of up to you, right? Definitely smart ways to handle it. Probably don't want to live above your means. But there are other investment avenues outside of crypto as well. If you make a good chunk of profit on crypto, which is technically a more volatile space, Bitcoin it is volatile, but it is usually generally accepted that if you are planning to hold Bitcoin long term, it will outperform like the stock market. But again, there are other avenues of investing outside of crypto. So you could profit from crypto, maybe take that somewhere else and invest it if that's what you want to do. But it just kind of depends. Leonard says, do you recommend using seed phrases, or is it safe without? It's safe without. You just have to understand the risk of using a seed phrase and not using a seed phrase as well, right? So with Tangem, again, you can set it up with or without a seed phrase. But just know, if you set it up without a seed phrase, the only way you could ever access your crypto while it's on your Tangem wallet is with your cards, right? So if you don't have a seed phrase, these are your only backups. Let's say you got a 2-pack. That means if you lost one card, now you only have one backup. Again, the card is the only way to access your crypto if you don't have a seed phrase. Well, let's say you lose that card now as well. Now you don't have any of your Tangem cards. Well, guess what? Now you can't access your crypto ever again because you lost your keys. But if you set it up with a seed phrase, let's say you've got, your cards and you have your seed phrase. This is a metal seed phrase plate that you can store your seed phrase in. Let's say, I lose both my Tangem cards. Oh, but looky here, I've got my seed phrase. Now I can buy another wallet, whether that's Tangem or Ledger. I just enter my seed phrase into it and I can access my crypto again. So that's the risk of not using a seed phrase, is you are reliant solely on the cards. Whereas with the seed phrase, you can make as many copies as you want and always use that seed phrase to access your crypto even outside of Tangem. Now, the reason Tangem designed their wallet to be used without a seed phrase, if you want to, is because a lot of beginners who lose their crypto is because they don't know the seed phrase is like the master key to your wallet. And if you share that with someone, they'll take all your crypto. So that's kind of why they made it again, they really originally built Tangem around beginners, and it still is very beginner focused. But by taking the seed phrase out of the equation, there's no possible way that you could expose it and lose your crypto. So yeah, that's kind of like the pro of not using a seed phrase. But as long as you know to not share your seed phrase with someone, it's kind of like, why not use a seed phrase? So personally, on my wallets, I use a seed phrase. You can go either route. Just understand if you don't use one, you are solely reliant on the cards as the backup to your crypto. So a lot of people use it without a seed phrase. I like to use it with a seed phrase. Let's see. I really appreciate all your help. It's helped me explain the process of carrying crypto to my family members. Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, that's cool. I think education is cool because it's like, here I am on YouTube, I'm helping people around the world, and then people like you go and help other people in the real world, whether that's your family or friends. So I think that's super cool, and good job doing that. Let's see, do we need to activate the Bitcoin only in the new wallets, or can I activate the Bitcoin also in my existing wallet? You're talking about claiming the Bitcoin reward that you get with this deal. You can claim it in your current wallet. It doesn't matter. So yeah, that's a good point, and that's a good question. Thanks for bringing that up. Let's say you already have a Tangem wallet and you want to take advantage of their deal right now, where you could buy whatever one of these wallets and you'll get free Bitcoin. Once you receive that email, which should be pretty quickly after you submit your order, you can claim that Bitcoin in your current Tangem wallet. You don't have to wait to set up your new Tangem wallet. Tangem doesn't know, it's not linked to a specific wallet, right? That would be weird. So yeah, if you already have a Tangem wallet set up and you want to claim the Bitcoin in that wallet, you can do it with your current one. Good question. Central Coast says, do you recommend buying crypto on Tangem Exchange or Kraken Coinbase Exchange? So personally, I'll tell you what I do. I buy and sell my crypto on external exchanges. I use Kraken. That's just what I like to use. I will probably never use Coinbase again just because I've had a bad experience with them. Now, the reason I use external exchanges is because their rates are better. Buying and selling crypto on Kraken Pro, which is their free like trading platform, you're getting a lot better rate than buying through Tangem, which they use other third parties like Changely and Mercurio.io, MoonPay. So because those are more like convenient options, they do charge a higher convenience fee. And this isn't a Tangem fee, this is the third party fee. So if you don't mind just buying crypto on an exchange and sending it to your Tangem wallet, you're going to get a better rate. Now, of course, you will have to pay the transfer fees, which generally is still a better deal once it's all said and done. Just buying it on the exchange, transfer it to your Tangem wallet. If you don't mind paying a little extra, probably a couple extra percentages. If you don't mind that, then yeah, buying through Tangem is fine. It's safe. But personally, I really only use Tangem when it comes to like outside of obviously just using it to secure my crypto. I really only use the swap feature because I have found that the swap feature in some cases is pretty comparable to just like trading crypto on an exchange in terms of fees. But yeah, generally when it comes to buying and selling, especially if you're buying larger amounts, like over, I don't know, $500, you're probably better off buying on an external exchange. I will say something like Coinbase has really high fees as well. So you definitely might want to shop around when it comes to crypto exchanges. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's really up to you. But again, Tangem, using the third parties through the buy and sell options, they will have higher rates. Unless that has changed. The last time I checked, it hasn't changed. But in some cases, if you're buying smaller amounts, you might only be saving a couple bucks. So if you just want to, buy it through Tangem and call it a day and not worry about saving a couple bucks, then just do that. It's really up to you. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. Just weigh your options and choose whatever is best for you. Because for some people, the convenience of buying directly in the app is worth the extra money. That's why they offer the feature. That's why some people use it. But for me, because I already have an exchange account set up, I use it fairly often. I'm familiar with it. I'm comfortable doing it. For me, it doesn't really require any extra effort or time to just buy it on an exchange and send it to my wallet. So let's see. I have a problem with my audio. I'm going to try to switch microphones. We'll see if that helps. Very frustrating. 1 second. Actually, I can do it. Let's plug it in over here. One second. Switching over to my other mic. See if this is better. Testing, testing. Let me know if this works any better. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. And someone says, please test your Tangem wallet link. It's not working. Let me double check the link and we'll check if it's working. Let me go to YouTube here. Has anyone else on the live stream link down in the description? And is it working? So yeah, I just went and clicked the link in the description and it took me directly to Tangem's website. Might want to try again. What I could do is try replacing it with the actual website link because mine is, I use a third-party tracking link that converts, it's basically just so I can track link clicks. So maybe that's causing issues, but I can just try changing it to the actual, let me try this. Let me try changing it for you. So if you refresh the live stream, I did replace the link with the official, I don't know, affiliate link that they give me. Might help. Let me double check that it works, and it works as well. So the link should definitely work down in the description. Try again and let me know to whoever was asking. Ducati man, got to go. Thanks, Scrilla. Looking forward to the next video or live. Awesome. Thanks, Ducati man. Have a great Monday. Griff said problem with audio. Thanks for letting me know. Hopefully, looks like I fixed it. That's good. Please. Oh yeah, Billy. So hopefully the link. If you refresh the live stream, try the new link. Again, I confirmed that both links were working, but try the link that's there now, and maybe that'll help. Central Coast, absolutely happy to break it down for you. You ever going to do a Tangem versus Arculus video review? I know I've been saying I'll do that forever, just haven't done that. I'll probably definitely do one, but just like off the top of my head, in my experience, Tangem is by far the better wallet. Like if you're looking physically at it, yeah, Arculus is metal, which is cool, but Tangem is, it comes with multiple cards for a more affordable price. Comes with a 25-year product replacement warranty. That Tangem app is better in my experience. The user interface is better. They have more features. They have the new yield feature. They have the native staking. They support more cryptocurrencies. The Tangem app is open source, whereas Arculus is 100% closed source. I just think Tangem is the better overall product. So that's my quick 60-second review. It's working in Australia just fine. Thanks for confirming. Jennifer, thanks for confirming the audio. Billy's, maybe it's your computer. So sometimes, because I use those tracking links, which just tracks, again, it tracks like if someone clicks my link, because I use a third-party website for that, it does show on some people's computer. If you use an antivirus, it will pop up or it won't open it for you. So maybe me switching to the other link helps with that. Maybe not, but it does sound like the link is working. So if you earn crypto through Coinbase Learning Center, is it safe to transfer to a cold wallet? Yeah, of course. No problem with that. And the new link works fine here. Awesome. Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate it. That one worked, didn't need to refresh. Okay, cool. I'm glad it worked for you. Thanks for bringing that up, just in case there was an issue. I do my best to check links before I go live, but I've definitely made some mistakes still. So yeah, I do appreciate that. I was thinking of Arculus for diversity in addition to Tangem. So you could definitely do that, Jack. It's really up to you. The reason I don't recommend Arculus is the same reason I don't recommend Decent. It's a 100% closed source wallet, meaning everything is kept private to the company. If there was something fishy going on with maybe how your seed phrase was generated, you wouldn't know because all that information, again, is kept private to the company. So that's why I don't recommend Arculus, but it's ultimately up to you. It's your choice. If you want to use Arculus, you can use Arculus. I don't personally use it, and I don't generally recommend wallets that I don't use. If I don't use it myself, or I don't recommend it to my personal friends or family members, then it's not something I'm going to recommend on the channel. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's kind of how I operate here. But again, ultimately, it's up to you. If you want to use Arculus and try it out, then go for it. Griff says, I want to earn XRP yield. If I buy a Ledger wallet and use Bitfrost, do I have to send XRP or Bifrost, or can I stay on the Ledger device? I currently have a Tangem wallet. So yeah, if you're trying to earn yield, generally that requires you sending it to the platform, or basically using a smart contract where because they're basically lending out your crypto to people. You're earning interest for lending your crypto. So yeah, there's really no way it's still controlled by your wallet technically. Like, you have the ability to claim it whenever, but it's technically in a smart contract. So that's just how yield works. It doesn't really matter what wallet you use. Do you know if many years down the line, how will Bitcoin be used as a currency? It has always confused me. Do you know, or will it always be a case of selling at its price or a given day? I mean, there's already people spending their Bitcoin. I mean, it's already in the works, right? You can spend your Bitcoin. There's some stores allow you to buy products with Bitcoin. A lot of online stores allow you to buy products with Bitcoin. There are dealerships that allow you to buy cars with Bitcoin, or even XRP and ETH. I think that the general consensus with most people is Bitcoin is going to go up. It's going to continue to go up. So most people don't want to spend their Bitcoin. That would be like spending your gold. So from my understanding, for the majority of people who own Bitcoin, it's more of a store of value and a way to beat, the dollar, which is only going down in value. So I don't know if Bitcoin will ever be like, the money to spend. I could see it being like a store of value. I don't know if it'll ever be like something people want to spend. Now, maybe once they hit their price target, right? Like if someone bought Bitcoin at $1,000 and now it's worth $90,000, then yeah, they probably want to take some profit, or maybe not. Maybe they want to wait for it to go up more, right? It really just depends. I mean, so yeah, I think there's lots of different options, but I think where Bitcoin is at right now, I think most people are holding it with the expectation or hope that it's going to go up more. And as far as what they'll do at that point, I don't know. Eric, shout out Eric. Thanks for joining the live stream today. Happy to see you on here. Eric just purchased a family pack, Stealth and Bitcoin. Nice combination. Next step, diversify in several Tangem wallets. I use your link. Keep helping us newbies. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your support. And I'm excited that you're not only getting your crypto into cold storage, but diversifying it. So great job. Sydney, hi from Chicago. Shout out Chi-Town. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Happy to have you here. You mentioned it doesn't matter what wallet I use, so I can use my Tangem wallet and Bifrost to earn XRP yield. In theory, you should. If you can connect your Tangem wallet to that platform, then yes, you could do that. But again, remember, maybe you've never heard me say this, but remember what I always say. If you're interacting with external DeFi platforms, whether that's a decentralized exchange, something to earn yield, mining, crypto, claiming airdrops, I don't recommend ever connecting your main cold storage wallet, meaning the wallet that holds the majority of your crypto. I don't recommend using that as your DeFi wallet. You should get a separate wallet and designate that wallet for DeFi platforms. Reason being is you risk, maybe the platform you're using today is safe, but maybe it's compromised in the future. And if you have signed any smart contracts that have token approvals, which is basically you telling the platform and the contract, yes, you can take this crypto out of my wallet. If that contract is ever compromised in the future and you still have that spend approval approved, then they could essentially steal your crypto in the future. So that's why you're basically like opening up a portal into your wallet by doing that. So I don't recommend connecting your main cold wallet to external platforms. I would get a different wallet for that. So that's what I would say. I see we're always behind the US over here. Thanks again. Yeah, for sure. I mean, crypto is still in its infancy. That's for sure. We could tell crypto is still extremely early because they're just trying to get regulations going on around it. There's still a lot of confusion in the space. It's still complex. Most people still believe it's a scam, which most crypto projects are a scam. That's how you know we're still early. Again, we're in like the dial-up era of crypto. When everyone is using crypto, and it's probably not going to be called crypto then, when everyone is using it, we don't ask how it works. We don't really care. We just use it because it's a part of our everyday life, kind of like how our phones are a part of our everyday life now. That's when like crypto will be truly mainstream, right? Probably once we're using it, when all the markets are on chain, the stock market, maybe it'll be all tokenized and on the blockchain, and it's just a part of life. No one cares how it works. It just works and it works well. That's when we're not early anymore, in my opinion. But just my opinion. I'm not an expert. So, in your opinion, which exchange is better to use? I had a bad experience with Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase is trash. Not an exchange I recommend. But again, all crypto exchanges, they have the same. They have the ability to do really what all exchanges have the ability to do. They can freeze your funds. They can lock your account. I use Kraken. Yes, people have had issues with Kraken. Any exchange you look up and search about, you're going to find people who have had issues with it. That's just the reality of any product or service that you find. But in my experience, I've used a lot of different crypto exchanges. I've been using Kraken, without many major issues. So I use Kraken. That's what I like. Be aware of the Bifrost wallet. They allow you to put your crypto in for free, but getting it back out, they make you massive excessive amounts of ETH to get it back out. I don't know what Bifrost wallet is. So that's a disclaimer. I don't know what that is. That's why I say, like, don't just go connecting your wallet to random crap. I don't know if you can even connect Tangem to Bifrost. I thought it was a platform. That kind of sounds like a scam. Again, I don't know what it is or how it works, or maybe there's some context missing there. But you shouldn't have to pay to ever get your crypto out of something. If you do, that would be a scam. So I don't know. Of course, there's fees. Sure, maybe there's like a fee they take for the yield or something like that. But it sounds kind of weird. So if I were to use a metal seed phrase storage device, will it support Tangem? Yeah, of course. It doesn't matter what wallet you're using. Seed phrases aren't wallet specific. Just get a seed phrase plate that supports the number of words you have in your seed phrase, right? So if you have 24 words, get a seed phrase plate that supports 24 words. It's really that simple. Griff says, I wasn't aware of that. Any advice? Probably don't use, again, I don't know if you're asking me, but don't use your main cold wallet to connect to Bifrost wallet. Maybe consider getting something else. And I saw down in the other comment, Tangem doesn't connect to it. If it's a wallet, Tangem doesn't connect to external wallets. It does connect to DeFi platforms using Wallet Connect. It does not connect to other wallets. So you'd probably have to get something like Ledger if that's what you want to do. Ty says, I got the family pack. If I get the ring and 2-card set, can I mix the cards with the family pack? Take stealth cards from the family pack and pair with the ring? Yes, as long as you haven't set up the family pack already. But like so let's say you receive your family pack and then you order the ring today and you wait and you get the ring and 2 cards. Before anything is set up, it doesn't matter how you pair all the cards. You could mix them all together in a pile and just pick out random cards and set them up and it'll work. So yes, if you have the family pack and you have the 2 stealth cards that you want to use and combine that with your ring, you can do that for sure. No problem. Yeah, like I said, if Tangem doesn't connect to the Flare portal, which I'm not in that ecosystem, so I don't have a lot of experience with that. But if Tangem doesn't work with it, then obviously you won't be able to use Tangem with it. Huge fees. So yeah, maybe there's some fees for claiming yield. Yeah, definitely things you should be checking before you really, do anything, right? Like whether you're earning yield or staking, you really need to look at, is the amount you're staking or earning yield on, is it really worth it at the end of the day? You have to consider the risk. You have to consider the fees. You have to consider the amount that you're going to earn in yield. You should really be looking at all of that. What's your thought on the Xamen wallet? I don't have any thoughts on that. It's not something I'm a part of, not something I'm interested in. I don't really understand it. A lot of people ask about it. Just use a Tangem wallet. I don't know. I don't know why you would have to use a Xamen specific wallet. Tangem won't connect to the Flare portal, incompatible. Yeah, so the Tangem's wallet connect is really only good in the Ethereum and Solana ecosystem. So you might need to look elsewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Orange County says, do you have a Discord community server? Absolutely not. That's one of the best ways that people get scammed. I'm not going to open something up that would potentially expose our community to scammers. YouTube's already full of scammers, and I can barely manage, keeping them at bay here. So no, I don't have a Telegram. I don't have Discord. I don't reach out to people in DMs. Those are really just scammy spaces, not something I'm interested in. So, Ty, yeah, absolutely. Good question. But it sounds like you're pretty stacked, Ty. You got a family pack, so you got 6 cards. Plus, if you get the ring, you're gonna have a total of 9 cards. So you could create 4 Tangem wallets. That's awesome. Yeah. How to buy 2 card holders with a family pack in the same order. Okay, so unfortunately, and I've already brought this to Tangem attention, they don't have like a shopping cart on their website, which is absolutely ridiculous in 2025, almost 2026. So you can only add basically one or multiples of the same item to your cart. So I don't believe there's a way that you can add, like, let's see, let me try it. So let's say you want to get, what did you say you're going to get? You're going to get a family pack. Let me go to the website and see. I don't think there's a way to do it. I told Tangem they need to add an actual shopping cart to their website so that people can order more than one freaking product. Like what are they doing? So let's see. Holds up to 4 cards. Let's say we add that. There's no way to add another one. Yeah, so unfortunately not. There's no way to add another card holder, which is ridiculous. So yeah, you'd have to do 2 separate orders. The cool thing is though, the 2 separate orders might not be a big deal, just because you are getting the free shipping with the with your family pack. So it's not like you're going to pay double for shipping because it is free shipping. So you might just have to do the 2 orders. As far as the card holders, it does say it holds up to 4 cards. So if your concern is that it's only going to hold 4 cards, it'll hold 6 cards. I have the, where did I put it? Oh, where did I put it? Oh my goodness. I'm already losing it. It's too early for this. Where did I put my Tangem? Oh, it's right here. Put it under my phone. So this is the Tangem card holder. So it says it holds 4 cards, but like I've got 2 cards in this pocket right now. So there's 2 cards in here. And let's say I put another 2 cards in. I could probably put it in behind it. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see if it'll hold. So already I've got 4 cards in the first 2 pockets. So if you wanted to fit 6 or 8 cards in one Napa leather, you could. And it actually holds the cards in there really tight. So if that was your concern, you can hold more than 4 cards in this. But if you're just wanting to Napa leather card holders, then yeah, you're gonna have to do 2 separate orders, unfortunately, which I know is ridiculous in today's age, but just how it is. Let's see. Upsy Downsy says, "Hi, Cyber Scrilla. I reset my cards for the 24 receipt phrase, but I have scanned the $10 QR code in initial setup. So I rescanned the QR and it says already been claimed. So I guess I lost. Um, so I let's see. You reset your cards for the 24 receipt phrase, but I had scanned the $10. So I guess I'm kind of confused. Like, so you set up your wallet with the 24 seed phrase, you then claimed the Bitcoin, and then you reset your wallet, and then what? You created a new wallet or what? Because if you claimed your Bitcoin with that original 24-word seed phrase, then it'll still be tied to that wallet. You shouldn't have to reclaim it. So Ty says 4 wallets more than enough. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should be set for sure. Yo, bro, sup? What's going on? Thanks for joining the live stream. Where do I get the metal plates at for passwords? Let's see. You could just go to Amazon and type in metal seed phrase plate. That's fine. Like, you obviously don't give them your seed phrase. You just get the metal, and then you'll put in your seed phrase once you receive your plate. But let me see if they still have their deal going on. So they don't have the Black Friday deal. So if you go to like, if you want the one that I have, you could just go to Keystone's website. So if you just type in on Google, if you type in Keystone Tablet Plus, type that in on Google, and then if you go to their website, they do have their Black Friday sale right now, and I think, let me see if you could add my code for an extra discount. But yeah, ultimately you could get it on Amazon, or you can type in Keystone Tablet Plus. Let's see, and get it from the actual Keystone's website. But let me see if you can apply this code as well. Yeah, so you'd save a little bit of money. It'll take like 8% off your order. So yeah, if you type in Keystone Tablet Plus on Google and go to Keystone's website, it's like shop.keist.one. And then you select the Keystone Tablet Plus, and then you enter my code CyberScrolla, one word, at checkout. You will get 8% off. So a little better deal than Amazon. But if you find one on Amazon you like, you could just order it there. Have you ever gone 100x degen long? 100x, no. I missed. I had an opportunity to get 100x, but I didn't. Unfortunately, didn't hold on long enough. So, why card versus actual hardware wallet? I use One Key and love it. It is an actual hardware wallet. It's just a different form factor. So a hardware wallet or a cold wallet, what it does is it stores your keys offline on the device. That's the same thing as Tangem. Why Tangem over something like One Key? It's more user friendly. It's a better user experience, in my opinion. It's just more enjoyable to use. So also, if we're talking hardware, something like the Tangem is more durable than One Key. It's waterproof. It's temperature resistant, hot and cold. It's EMP resistant. It's resistant to X-ray machines. Like if you're going through airport security, it's resistant to electrostatic discharge. It has a 25-year product replacement warranty. It's more discreet. It's more durable. It's more user-friendly. That's why Tangem over really any other hardware wallet. Not to say that One Key isn't good. One Key is fine. But if you're wondering why I would use something like Tangem and why I use it the most over something like One Key, it's because it's the more enjoyable wallet to use. So Tommy says, I love my Tangem wallet. I just ordered another set of 2 for my 2-year-old son's crypto. That's awesome. And I see this time and time again. I mean, so many people order Tangem for their kids. I mean, obviously at 2 years old, he's probably not. I mean, he probably maybe could. He could probably help you set it up right. Um, but yeah, I think like Tangem is something that's kind of cool that you can just, even if your kids are young, you can buy it and store your crypto in it for when your kids are older. So I think it's super cool. Would the metal plate come with enough letters for the 24-word seed phrase, or would I need to buy more? My computer friend help me set it up. So like depends on the metal seed phrase plate you get. Only some of them come with metal letters. Others you comes with like an engraving tool that you just engrave it yourself. So you don't need metal letters. And then some of them come with a stamp tool that you actually, press the letters into the metal. So it depends on which one you get. Now, if you get the Keystone metal plate, then yes, it comes with enough letters. Now you will notice there's only 4 slots, and obviously some words are longer than 4 letters, but you only need to know the first 4 letters of your word in your seed phrase to know what that word is. And if you ever forget, you just look up the BIP 39 word list, which is what all seed phrases are derived from the BIP 39 word list. No word, there's 2,048 words that are used to make up seed phrases. Not a single word repeats the same, the first 4 letters. So yeah, so if you're going to get the Keystone, again, use the code Scrilla at checkout on Keystone's website, and you'll probably save like a few, like shipping basically, but it'll come with the letters you need. Ty says, when setting up multiple Tangem wallets with the seed phrase, is a seed phrase alone enough, or a passphrase code is necessary for extra security? I mean, the passphrase will always get you technically extra security. More so like physical, like if someone found your seed phrase, they're not going to be able to access your passphrase wallet, right? Because they don't know your seed phrase passphrase combo. But just like in terms of like cryptographically and digitally, if you want to, a 24-word seed phrase is more than secure. I mean, they've never been compromised or hacked. If you want to truly not random, but if you want to kind of modify your seed phrase, then you would use a passphrase. I like the passphrase feature. I think it's a cool security feature, but by no means is it absolutely necessary. So you factory reset the cards and reset them up with the 24-word seed phrase. Okay, so it sounds like upsy downsy. It sounds like you had created your Tangem wallet without a seed phrase. You claimed the Bitcoin, and then you reset the wallet and set up a new wallet. So you would have, yeah, you lost that Bitcoin. That's, yeah, unfortunately, that was a user error. Like you deleted your wallet. So you deleted that wallet that you claimed the free Bitcoin on. So you'll never, unfortunately, because you don't have the seed phrase to that wallet, you'll never be able to access that wallet again. So yeah, what you could have done in theory is either waited to claim it until you set up the seed phrase wallet. That would have been the best choice, or you could have transferred that Bitcoin to another wallet or exchange temporarily and then transferred it to your new wallet. But unfortunately, you did lose that Bitcoin, if I got that right. So looking to hold Bitcoin for long term, at least 5 years, which wallet would you recommend? Already have a Tangem, bought it with your code. You could do it with Tangem. I don't see a problem with holding it in Tangem. I don't know why you wouldn't. Otherwise, I mean, really any wallet will do. I mean, most cold wallets on the market, they do the same thing. So Tangem is fine. I reset my 3 cards, and of this is blocked. I can't use now. I don't know what you mean. Blockchain Creole guy says, how many do you get with Tangem wallet? How many, what do you get? If you could clarify, I could answer your question. How do I unblock? I don't know what's blocked. What's going on, John? Happy Monday, my guy. Hope you're doing well. And just a shout out real quick, I'm going to have to jump off this live stream very soon. I've got some other things to attend, but real quick, Tangem, their Black Friday deal ends tomorrow. It's the last day.
It's 30% off the entire website, plus you get free Bitcoin with every order. The link to that deal is in the description of this live stream, along with my Tangem Wallet user guide. If you've never set up a Tangem Wallet before and you want to see how to use it, my user guide is in the description. So with those two resources, you can literally buy a Tangem Wallet on the cheap, get free Bitcoin, and know how to use your wallet. So everything is down there. As far as the deal, I can walk you through it real quick. If you just go to Tangem's website, you only get 20% off. If you use the link in the description, you get the full 30% off plus the free Bitcoin. So the 3 card set's only $49 right now. The 2 card set's only $38, which makes this the most affordable wallet on the market right now. The family pack, which comes with 6 cards, and you can choose like the different designs that you want. The family pack, it comes with 6 cards, like I said, and you can set up to 3 wallets with that set. So if you want to diversify your crypto, this is the best option out of all the wallets, in my opinion, because you can manage all of your Tangem cards in one Tangem app. It's only $98. You get free shipping, and you get $20 in free Bitcoin. They also have the Tangem Ring that comes with 2 cards. So this is a wearable hardware wallet. Works exactly like the cards. It's basically a 3-pack, super discreet, super durable, usually $160. It's only $105 right now. Plus you get the free Bitcoin and free shipping. It's $10 in free Bitcoin. They also have the holiday box, which is a cool gift idea. It comes with a 3-pack of Tangem Stealth cards, comes with a Napa leather card holder that fits about 8 Tangem cards, comes with a Tangem thermos, like a Stanley Cup, and then a Tangem tote bag, which you could use for whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. But it's a cool gift idea. Those don't start shipping, it looks like, until December 15th. So that's the deal. Again, that link is in the description. But if you have any last questions, please drop them in the chat and I can try to go through them very quickly here. What's your worst crypto investment? If you want to share respectfully, for me, it's, I'm not going to share any crypto investments, but maybe some other time. Can you explain the BIP 32 thing for seed phrase, first 4 letters? So all seed phrases are derived from the BIP 39 word list. There's 2,048 words in this list. All of our seed phrases are derived from a combination of those words. No word in that list starts with the same first 4 letters. So you should easily be able to tell what that word is by just the first 4 letters. For example, Satoshi is one of the words on that list. That would be S-A-T-O. If you just Sato, from those first 4 letters, I know that the word is Satoshi. That's the example. My whole family uses Tangem. Got with your code. Thank you. Thank you for the support, and super cool that you're a Tangem family. That's dope. So Rich says, if you need the seed phrase, you only need to put in the first 4 letters. No. If you're writing down your seed phrase, you should easily be able to know what the rest of the word is from the first 4 letters. When you're entering it into a cold wallet, you generally need the full word. Some cold wallets will autofill the rest of the word. Some won't. But what I'm saying is you should easily be able to tell the full word by the first 4 letters. If you forget what the word is, type in BIP 39 word list on Google, and you can look up the first 4 letters of your words and easily find it. Tangem Pay is said to be out now. Woo! Please make a video on this, please. Does it use existing Tangem card? So they don't need... Tangem Pay is completely separate from your existing Tangem card. There's 2 versions. The virtual card, which you just set up in the app, and then there will be a physical card that's released later. Lemon Lucas says, thank you. I got mine on the 2nd. Nice. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Upsy Downsy, you're welcome. Sorry that happened, but now you know. What stacking does Tangem do? You're talking about staking. I don't know off the top of my head. Solana. I'm sure someone else could chime in. But if you just Google it, it'll tell you. What crypto can I stake on Tangem? They have a list somewhere on there. You can stake Solana, Cosmos, aka Atom, Tron, aka TRX, Binance Coin, which is BNB, Ton Coin or Ton, and Polygon. They will be adding more staking features in the future, but that's what you can stake currently. Thanks for your response. Absolutely. Do you recommend the SafePal Pro? Not one of my preferred wallets. If you want to see what wallets I recommend, go look at the most recent video on my channel. It's if I were to choose a cold wallet in 2026, I choose one of these. those are my top wallets for heading into 2026. One of my 3 cards is blocked after the reset. I can't use it now. How can I unblock? I don't know what you mean by blocked. It sounds to me like during the reset, you didn't reset one of the cards. And if that's the case, you might still be able to access it if it still has an access code attached to it. You might be able to go to the settings, then tap add new wallet. If you've already have a wallet set up. Basically, if that card is still set up, you should still be able to access it and factory reset it, but I don't know your exact situation. How do I know what network to use and add on my Tangem wallet from my hot wallet? What crypto is your, what network is your crypto on in your hot wallet? That's the network you want to receive it on in your cold wallet. SafePal versus Tangem, I'd choose Tangem 10 times out of 10. Waiting for your full review on the Trezor Safe 7. I got my eye on those. My full review is already out. I made that a few weeks ago when I received my wallet. If you just type in Trezor Safe 7 review, I have the full review, and I also have the full setup guide already on my channel. Let's see. Ty says, after setting up 2 or 3 cards and you lose 1 or more cards, can you add new cards to an existing wallet, or you need to transfer the crypto? You can't add new cards to an existing wallet. The only exception is if you set it up with a seed phrase. You could technically, you can't add it, but you could just set up the new cards with that seed phrase. So, but you can't add cards to a new wallet. Also, as long as you have your seed phrase, you're never going to lose access to it. So you wouldn't need to reset you wouldn't need to transfer it or anything. Again, you would just import your seed phrase into a new set of cards and access it. Bill C says, thanks, you're welcome. Why Tangem over SafePal Pro? Please give details deciding between the two. SafePal is not going to be as user-friendly, supports less cryptocurrencies. I'm just not a huge fan of SafePal. I've used the X1, just not like a very enjoyable wallet. Both will secure your crypto fine, but if like you're looking for a good user experience and security, then I think Tangem wins 10 times out of 10. Yep, import a seed phrase, exactly. All right, so like I said, Tangem's Black Friday deal, it ends tomorrow. It's 30% off using my link, and you get free Bitcoin and free shipping with certain products. That link is in the description of this live stream, along with my full user guide for setting up and using your Tangem wallet. That said, I got to run. God bless. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.